Howdy. Hey there. Hey there. So today I'm gonna actually go over a patch I just made. I was gonna work on one for the next video, but this one was too good to pass up. So effectively I'm going to be walking through what the patch is now, and then I'll manipulate it and maybe add a patch cable or two depending. But as you can see in the video, so far what we have is this interesting composition where we have the vertical lines, we got the two main ones on the outside, and then a center one. But then we have this internal feedback kind of tearing away at the image. So how are we doing that? We're using the Structure and LZX internal feedback workflow, which is Structure main output to the input of, or to the structure is the visual cortex, and the second output of the structure is to the visual cortex right here. So what are we doing? Well, let me describe the patch that I have for the structure. I have it video feedback EFX1. More specifically, vid is in standard, FBK or feedback is in simple, and EFX1 is solarized 2. And then what I have control of is you got CV2 is center bright, CV3 is feedback gain, CV4 is horizontal shift, and then CV5 is vertical shift. Great. So I'm going from the structure into the visual cortex. So what am I doing with that? Well, I'm only taking the red out and going to the quad mixer. Also in the quad mixer is this triple video multimode filter and channel 1. But what I have going into that is actually this waveform generator, saw wave going into it, and it's being CV'd by a horizontal plus a vertical waveform. Then I have the middle filter going to the sine shape, and then the sine out going to the color blue, channel A. Next, I'm using the marble index to manipulate some ramps. So what am I doing? I'm taking in channel A, and that is the horizontal waveform. The vertical waveform is in channel B, and the background is actually horizontal minus vertical. And the red out is going to green of channel A. And then the main output of the mixer is going to red channel A as well, which again is the filter and the structure. Great. So what I'm doing is I have the internal feedback obviously being created between the two of them, but then using part of the signal within the patch 2, I have more control. So obviously I can play around with the gain and the shifting and things like that. But what I wanted to do is actually show you, when you can use a waveform, you can actually generate really interesting designs with using the feedback as a sense of motion. I'm not using any LFOs or modulators in the traditional sense of like an LFO. I am modulating this, which is giving me the shape right there. Gives me that extra, right? But the big thing here is using the feedback gain. You can see I can, make it very strong or intense or stroby, or I can slow it down, and then I can have vertical or the horizontal, and then vertical positioning, which can give me movement. This is also where I can get kind of this like glitch breakup as you see in the bottom of the frame. Cool. Well, also, if I'm going to manipulate the hue here on the structure, you can get a lot more control. Same with the brightness. Even if you decide to go black and white, there's a lot of things you can do just like that. Let me actually tone down that brightness again. So the hue's all the way up, completely, the saturation is completely down. Look at that. Bam. Alright. Past 2 videos, thank you for bearing with me. Yeah, it's been that type of day. But yeah, so let's go back to it. Again, we have the saturation all the way down. Hue is all the way up. Brightness is about 75%. Let's play with the CV control on the filter. Maybe open it up a little bit. Let's play with the direction. Let me try to slow it down. Yeah. There we go. Let me play with the green. red. Yeah, see, as you can see, you can get a lot of control of how the feedback saturates the entire image, or video I should say. So I'm going to bring back in, or saturate, and I'm going to change the speed again, and I'm going to play with the filter. I'm going to isolate. Let's get back to like 1 bar, sine shape. No, there we go. I like that. Alright, so this is a really interesting way of using the internal feedback as a utility, but also then routing that through the system where you can use it, one, as just a regular mix source, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm not doing much with it besides mixing it with another signal, which is this, and then I'm mixing it. Get some good tiger designs and things like that. Yeah, so this is just one way. I think this is just the red stream. So what about green and blue? Well, I just wanted to show you one way of doing this. We'll keep expanding, and yeah, thanks for sitting by and dealing with my fumbling hands. So I'll talk to you later. Thank you.